thank you, like our team, one team. It's been like a really cool journey so far, and I think you fit right in. And just thank you for wanting to be here. So that is one thing. You know what we're going to lead off with today is that special guest. So as you can see, like another like fit famous person is on the call, but he's like one of ours. His name's Roland,
I'm
and
not famous.
yeah, you are. You know, like just own it. It's like that fake it till you make it. Like it's
Man,
fine.
I'm an introvert like everybody else on this, or most of whoever's an introvert. Introverts unite.
Well, you know
Hey,
that
Brittany, I see you.
I am. We are all one in this.
Right, we got a special bond out here.
We do got a special bond in that fitness world.
Yeah.
Roland and I are really excited. It's kind of like we're counting down to Christmas. We led a team call last night for Chris, and it's just like we want everybody to feel what we feel moving into next week. And we kind of feel like, I'm just going to be really honest, maybe the network hasn't had our back. Maybe corporate really hasn't pumped up what's about to happen as much as we want it to. And I'm going to lead off. I want to talk about Proving Grounds, and I want to like share a little bit more about what's going to happen next week, kind of like the timeline of the launch, what I want you to be prepared for. What I need you to know is like Roland and I are like brother and sister. I just met this guy like last November.
It's not even been a year yet.
This time last year, I didn't even know who he was. I didn't even know who he was.
So crazy.
Before I get into that, what I want you to know about Roland too is more kind of like what I want you to know about Chris Downing. Chris is definitely one of the most selfless people that I've ever met. He'd be on this call if corporate didn't ask him to do 85 team calls on top of all the other team calls he had to do. He cannot like manage his schedule. The man is like not sleeping right now. It's absolutely ridiculous, but he knows like, I mean, his heart is with us. And Roland is like his brother. Like, you know, they met at the barber shop back in Canton, Ohio. And what you might not know about Canton, Ohio, it's only an hour and a half from Pittsburgh. So we're all really close. We all have this geographical location together. They're both two trainers in the same city. And not only are they two trainers, they're very like elite trainers in the same city. And when I talk about Chris being so selfless is he kind of took Roland under his wings. And it might not have started out like that. It kind of, Roland can kind of tell you the story a little bit more. But then Chris took me under his wings and we've been doing stuff together. And then Chris had the opportunity when he was given a new chance, which is called the Proving Grounds, because he knew going out there, it was his chance to prove it. And he took his team out there with him. And he didn't need to take us out there. And Roland and I talked last night. I just know that we're so grateful that he has a vision that's so much bigger than himself. He just realizes that it's not going to happen with him. Roland, tell me a little bit about your Beachbody journey and like what you think like our teams should know about like you and Chris and like the vibe and like getting excited for what's about to happen next week.
Yeah, so like, first of all, thank you guys so much for giving me a little bit of time to talk about Proving Grounds, Beachbody journey, just, you know, just collaborating and just masterminding, if that's a word, right now. Just, you know, just it's cool to be around or be in contact with people who share the same likeness. And I think fitness is just our likeness. So it's cool to have like-minded people. Like she said, Chris, when Chris told me today or the other day that he had 85 calls, that's crazy. The man is on 3 hours of sleep. He told me that, and I believe it. Like he goes so hard, man. So like, it's definitely a humbling experience to be a part of this. Like I told Cam the other night, I didn't see this a year ago. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't know her. Like Chris and I, like long story short, we did meet in the barbershop. It sounds so like just so random, but like for so many years, like him and I, we live in the same city, but for so many years, people have put us against each other. Like, you know, different clientele would come to me and they would talk bad about him and vice versa. And I would never want to, anytime his name came up, I just didn't want to be associated with him. Like I didn't know him. I just heard stories and everybody kept saying the same thing. So anytime his name came up, I just kind of like brushed it to the side. I don't want to have nothing to do with him. So long story short, I think he had just gotten back from Summit and I think it was in, was it Louisiana or something like that?
New Orleans, yeah.
New Orleans, yeah. He just got back from New Orleans. So I'm at the barbershop, and my barber's cut my hair, whatever. And he's like, guess who I cut the other day? I'm like, man, you cut everybody. I don't know. Chris. I'm like, all right, man, whatever. Yeah, he was talking. He said he wanted to talk to you, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, just kind of brushing it off to the side. So I'm getting my hair cut. So as I'm getting my hair cut, the barber's phone rings, and it's Chris. So the barber's like, oh, he's sitting right here in the chair. And I'm like, this dude about to hand me the phone. I got to talk to this guy. I don't want to talk to this guy, blah, blah, blah. So talk to him. He was in the car on the road doing something. I congratulated him on his program, blah, 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 blah. Wanted to be Mr. Nice Guy, this, that, whatever. So fast forward to like a couple weeks later, I'm back at the barbershop. I walk in the barbershop, Chris sitting right there. I'm like, man, this is about to be mad awkward, just weird. There's like a weird energy in the barbershop. Like it was like pretty much silent for a minute. It was just that awkwardness. Like you run into somebody who you don't want to talk to, and it's just weird. You know what I'm saying? So he's sitting there. I'm sitting there, and I'm like, well, who gonna make the first move? Who gonna say something? So I just, put my pride aside, and I just congratulated him on the program and tell me about your trip. Tell me about Summit, man. That's a great, opportunity, blah, blah, blah. And he just, told me about it. And I'm just like, man, just congratulations, keep going, just wish you all the success, whatever. So, long story short, I told my barber, like, just give me his number. Just give me his number. I'll reach out to him. You don't need to be the middleman. I'll do it. So texted him within 30 seconds. He texted me right back. And so from there,
Chris doesn't text back in 30 seconds either.
No, he don't.
He's like a 2-day return.
Yeah. So from there, man, like we just kind of just talked like, yeah, we should just do something. We should do some kind of event. We should just have all these different collaborations and just talking, just I guess becoming friends in the midst of that. So he was like, well, let's do something in the city, and let's just do something together to kind of bring everybody together fitness wise. And he was like, I got this girl in Pittsburgh. I'm like, all right, whatever. So just whoever she is. So he sent me a screenshot of Cam's Facebook profile or page or whatever. I'm like, all right, I guess. I mean, I don't even know what we're doing right now. So we had the event in Canton. People don't know that was my first ever live event on stage. And so I just talked to Chris the other day, and I'm like, I don't think I ever thanked you, man. Like, you put me on stage, and you put trust and confidence in me to put me on stage first at your event. And it just kind of like hit me in the face, like just hit me, just baffled me like almost a year later. Like, this dude, we just met July last year, and like, you put me on stage. I've never done a live event. I've done group classes, but I never did a live event. I didn't even know, I knew what I was doing, but I didn't know what I was doing. But I just thanked him, man. Like, I just thanked him because he didn't have to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, year after year, and just all the, I don't even know if it was animosity, but just the beef we had with each other that was pretty much unknown was squashed or whatever. So, that was the same day I met Cam at the event. Cam had just got back from Cali. I don't even know what you were shooting. I don't even know what you remember what you were doing?
Probably a P90X round for sure.
Yeah, so she was jet lagged for sure. I was just trying to like keep her awake, keep her going. But it was just like, as soon as we all was together, it was like just fun, man. Like VIP and like all the photo ops, her and I was just like cracking up. Like, I'm like, I just met you, man. But we just vibing like I've known you for like 10 years. And so from there, afterwards, Kim, she asked me like, hey, you should do coaching. I'm like, what's that?
I invited him, guys. It's coaching fight.
Yeah. I'm like, what is that? Like, I don't even know what that is. And then Chris said on stage, you think you should be a coach? I'm like, what is that? All these people, I'm like, I'm sure I'll do that. I don't know what that is. I'm going to do it. But she asked me, like, after the event, because I told her, like, I don't want this to stop. Like, this was cool. Like, we should do this again. Then we went to Pittsburgh. We set it off in Pittsburgh. And then from Pittsburgh, I think we went to, was it New York? And then from New York, we went to D.C. And then from D.C., we went to Carolina, South Carolina, or something like that. And then every opportunity, you know, I had to talk to Cam or Chris, like they just helped mold and shape me and help me fitness wise and just entrepreneur wise. And like that invite, even though she asked me in November, I didn't sign up until, what was it, Cam, April, something like that. So, you know, I'm still learning the ropes. I'm still, you know, trying to find my niche in the whole coaching aspect. But if she never would have invited me or just threw it out there, I wouldn't have known. So, like I said, it's just cool to, you know, fast forward to this time, and it hasn't been a year. Like, we've done all this traveling. We were in a program together, which was just crazy. Like California and Proving Grounds and preparation, didn't see any of that coming at all. But it was cool because they're the same people I met way back when I first met them, back at the barbershop, in Canton. So, I mean, it's definitely been a journey. It's not an instantaneous thing that just happens overnight. So whatever your journey is, whatever your ambitions and goals are, just stay with it and just be consistent and just grind to go get what you want. So like Proving Grounds coming out, it is like Christmas, Thanksgiving, New Year's. It's all wrapped up into like one big thing. Like these workouts, like I told Chris in the summertime, like Proving Grounds, like you have to train to do the workout. I don't know if that even makes any sense, but you got to train to do the workout. So how many of you have done Shift Shop before? Most of you done Shift Shop. So Shift Shop, it's definitely a great program to do, but like Proving Grounds definitely put it to that next level. And you approach speed 25, speed 35, speed 45 differently because, you know, on Fridays and Saturdays it's Proving Grounds Day, and Proving Grounds Day is that test. And if you don't attack those workouts throughout the week with a chip on your shoulder or with an attitude or with that Proving Ground mentality, you will get exposed for sure. Like the workout will let you know that you didn't give it your all throughout the week. So
yeah, and just to backtrack and make sure that you guys all realize those Proving Ground workouts don't launch until October 22nd. So Roland, let's give them a little bit of a preview of what's going to happen next week, because they're probably all like, all right, so how can I get involved and like how can I make this big for me? So what I want to see you guys do, and maybe Roland and I, this is how we can help you. Mm-hmm. On Monday, there's going to be a free workout outside the paywall, and it's called, it's probably going to be the Shift Shop Fitfomercial, but I don't think they'll call it the Fitfomercial. But right here, as I share the screen, it's the Proving Grounds freebie. You can send this workout to anybody. We need like everybody and their mother doing this Shift Shop workout. So it's a combination of 1 minute speed drills, mm-hmm. into about 1 minute of strength drills. So do you remember how many drills we did speed and strength? Because you're the numbers guy. But like,
so quick shift speed, I did that this morning.
No, the Fitfomercial that we filmed the last day.
Fitfomercial, I would say about 8 moves maybe total.
Yeah. And it took us about 25 minutes to a half hour. So that workout's going to be about 25 minutes to a half hour. It's not one that's going to kill you, but it's one that's going to give you a real good, solid taste of
appetizer. Yeah,
it's a little appetizer. I love that word. It's a little appetizer. It's going to wet your palate of what's to come. Mm-hmm. And you need to do that Monday. But more importantly, everybody on this call is a coach. You need to share that. This hasn't really been put out into the network that much, but it is dropping Monday, October 1st. And we're here to let you know it will be there. Mm-hmm. It's one of those things that's going to be outside the paywall. It's one of those things that like you can send to somebody that doesn't have BOD. This is that little like, we want you to try this. We're gonna be ramping up into this new athletic program, which Shift Shop is.
Yes.
Also,
go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, you're good. Go ahead.
Also on Monday, 2 new workouts are going to drop. They're called Quick Shift Strength and Quick Shift Speed. They're like tongue twisters. But those workouts are 15-minute short taste of what the Shift Shop is. It's intended in Carl's mind to be a ramp up into the Shift Shop. I know for my people in this schedule that I'm sharing right here, my people don't work out for just 15 minutes. I got the crazies. Like that's kind of just the way we are. So I am intending and I am suggesting for you to do quick shift strength and repeat it back to back with quick shift speed. You're going to get a brutal 15-minute strength workout followed up by a 15-minute quick hit. And I think it can be a really effective burn for you.
Yeah.
If one of your clients is not feeling the 30-minute workout, which I don't know why, then you can just suggest one to give them a taste. So this is the prep week that I'm going to be using next week for anybody that wants in our group. I'll stop the share right now, but that will be in my group next week. Roland's going to be in the group. We're putting Tulin in the group, who's the arm modifier. Chris will be in there. I'm not sure how active everybody will be, but I know I got Roland, myself, and we will run workouts for 3 weeks until October 22nd, when we all start the Shift Shop day 1.
Mm-hmm.
What you need to know is on October 22nd, Shift Shop day 1 starts. On Friday, the very first Proving Ground workout is set. It's called Proving Ground Speed. It's about a 35 minute workout, and it is freaking brutal.
Man, like straight up, that workout, man, I'm telling y'all now, that Proven Speed, I was happy I was not in that program.
Yeah, for sure. So then Roland and I are in Proving Ground Strength, which is your Saturday workout. Why is it called the Proving Grounds? Because you're going to have a tracker sheet, and it's for the first time going to make the Shift Shop objective. It's kind of like, think back to the old Insanity days where you used to do a fit test. So when you did a fit test, you kind of like were able to track your progress. So you're going to do 3 weeks of the Shift Shop, and every Friday and Saturday, you're going to have a tracker to track your progress. And every Friday and Saturday, you're going to try to beat your numbers from the Friday before. So you're only competing against yourself, not me and Roland, but yourself. But we do keep track of our numbers as well. So it makes it kind of like a fun program too, because you're going to have some objective things.
Yeah, and the biggest thing is too, like those 15-minute workouts, they're intense. So like I did quick shift speed this morning. It was one of those mornings where it was just like, no, I ain't feeling it. But 15, 20 minutes, sweat, drip, pouring. Like it was intense. So like when Cam and I were preparing for Proving Grounds, we had to go through the workouts. And so quick shift speed, originally all the moves were supposed to be 1 minute. And so like we were, training hard. Like we was trying to come up with strategies like, okay, just go for 1 minute and 10 seconds. Cause Cam was saying like, I can't, like my body shut down after like 45 seconds. I can't, I'm gonna tap out, whatever. So when we got to rehearsal, they were like, you know what, guys, we changed quick shift speeds to 45 seconds. So we both looked at each other like, oh, we got that. That's easy work now. Because
we were super stoked.
Those moves, but quick shift speed is only 6 moves.
Yeah.
So, the first two moves, you go for 45 seconds with like a 30-second break or something like that. And then like you go again for like 30 seconds, but you just go as hard as you can. And so those 6 moves, they ramp up within that workout. And 15 minutes between the both of them is a nice solid workout, especially when you're short on time. It's definitely a go-to. For
sure. I'm going to answer some of these questions. The link to the freebie workout should be available because Carl kept on referring to it as like what we did with Lift 4. So this is the second ever fit commercial. Lift 4 was the first one. So it will be available for a download so you can share and in front of the paywall. So that's a really good question, Brittany. The program materials themselves, the challenge group programs go on sale October 1st. So you'll be able to add completion challenge packs so your people can get the agility markers, their new calendar, and the completion challenge pack will be $150. And the big bod, if they need bod with the Shift Shop agility markers, all the schedules, that's going to be $180. And as far as my knowledge, it's October 1st that stuff all happens. What about for old bras? Yes, everybody can do it.
Yeah, everybody can do it. Like I said, like with this program, man, and even preparation for it, you got to throw that ego out the door, man. Like there was definitely moments, especially training, especially on set, like it was 103 degrees on the field. Hot, no shade, you know what I'm saying? Like just blazing. And we had to do like multiple moves over and over just to catch the right angle, the right shot. But like you go at your own pace, but that's the thing about the tracker sheet. You see your progress. You know what I'm saying? So, like, some people say, like, oh, I'm not ready for that. I'll wait to get in shape to do that. Like, no, you do the workout to help you get into that shape. You know what I'm saying? So just stick with it, be consistent, modify where you have to. Like I said, Tulin did an awesome job modifying, man. And if you've seen the behind the scenes, episode 1 or the first couple episodes that are behind the scenes, it's okay to modify. It's definitely. I modified in the video too, and you'll see too, like I had to do plyo push-ups, but after like a certain number, I was like starting to fizzle out, and I had to modify. So that's not to scare anybody, but that's just saying, like, just stay in your lane. Don't compare. Don't worry about who and what numbers. Just do what you can for that time being.
Yeah, and Dana, he brings up a great point. Tulin, neither him and I really knew Tulin so well before we went out there, and now she's like part of the family too. And she really shows that everybody can do this program, and she does it in such an amazing way that just brings tears to your eyes. Jen, the answer is yes. I'm actually going to just rename the Shift and Lift group that I have right now, and Roland's already in there. I'm going to put Tulin in there. I'm going to put Chris and Ellen's team, anybody from Michelle's team, anybody from Holly's team that wants in. My goal is to make everybody's life easier. Roland and I had this amazing opportunity to be part of a CAF. Why should we all run 52 million Proving Grounds Shift Shop groups when we can all come together and be one group? So if you want in our Shift Shop Proving Grounds group, I'm going to start prepping. Like I said, I'm starting to make the schedule now. I have a schedule made for next week. I'm starting October 1st. On October 22nd, you guys, we're going to start the Shift Shop calendar, but we're starting to prep on October 1st. So yes, come into our group. Roland will be there. I'll put Chris in there. Tulin will be there. You're more than welcome. I just, I'll start sharing the links with the teams, and so you guys can join. Yeah, and so this is a question for Roland before we move on and switch gears, because he has to go to bed anyways. He gets up at 4 a.m.
Oh,
but Kim is asking, can you speak on Chris's motivation?
Where's Kim at?
She's on the phone.
Oh, okay. What's Chris's motivation? You know what, man? We've had so many conversations, but he just my perception and just talking with him, he always says untapped, unlimited potential, like just to bring the best out of everybody. And so I think he just thrives off of seeing other people flourish in their purpose. And that's what sets him on fire. Even watching the call today he had, explaining the program, he just you can just see his ramp up in his explanation of Shift Shop. You know what I'm saying? But I just think him seeing other people flourish is what motivates and drives him every day. No matter those 80 calls, I know he'll knock them out. It's 80 calls. So he'll find a way to do it. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like that grind, that mentality. He just attacks it. He's just relentless about it, and he's just consistent about it, and he don't stop. You know what I'm saying? Like I just remember being at Summit and literally had to like shake him to wake him up to get him to his next signing or whatever he had to do. But he was that tired. He was just going so hard to, make sure everybody either, got an autograph, got a photo. He stopped for everybody. But he's just seeing people in their purpose, and he thrives off of that, and it's making people happy. That's his motivation, I think.
Yeah, it's so true. And I've never seen somebody behind the camera be so natural. I was amazed and in awe about his like one take wonderisms. I was just like, did that really just come out of your mouth? Like, I just can't even believe it, but it was pretty awesome.
Yeah, it was pretty cool to be like firsthand to see that like one take and it's over. Like, oh, we don't got to reshoot that again? Perfect. That's great.
I was like, you really that good? All right, whatever.
Right.
You know what, Roland? I thank you so much for being here.
Likewise.
Any questions for us before I like transition gears? I know this took a little bit longer. Our calls are only supposed to be a half hour. I have one more thing I want to talk to you guys about. It's more business-wise. But does anybody have questions about the Proving Grounds? Do you have any business-related questions? Do you realize that I want you to be a part of what we're doing? I want you guys to feel included with our group. I just want you to be excited about it. as
For
excited
sure.
as we are.
And any questions of why we get the group started, like ask us. We'll definitely comment back, shoot a video back. Like we're here to help. Like we went through it. Like we went through it from the preparation stage to the rehearsal stage to the actual set. To, it's just cool to see the fruits of like what happened last month. And it's just such a blur. But you know, however we can help, let us know.
Yeah. You know what, Dana? I love that. And I actually do think this is so much more like a mental program. As far as physical changes, um, I do want you to realize it's not a whole program. We're still going back to the shift shop. And Roland and I are both two people that train every day. So I think that my mental changes would have been more than anything. It's just pushing past the limits that you didn't think you could do.
Yeah, Proving Grounds, like I said on the one call, it's more than just a workout. It's an attitude. Like you just take on a whole different approach, not to just the Proving Grounds workout, but it just spills over to life, just to other workouts, and you just attack things differently. So it's more than just a workout routine. Your whole attitude will change if you just stick with it.
For sure.
So
Any questions on like the business end so you guys can get people into the group? Because I want your customers to be involved as well. Like we need people. We need as many people as possible to make the shift. Ellen, anything? Michelle?
So as soon as you'll send us the link so that I can post it in our group, and perfect. I'm writing a lot of notes.
I love it. Yeah, and it is a closed group, so all they have to do is request to join, and I can just add them as they do that. The question about marketing materials is really great. Yeah. So do you guys check your coach back office every day? Yesterday in Coach Breaking News, all the marketing materials, the challenge group guides, all the Proving Grounds videos, all the Proving Grounds, everything's back there. Coach Breaking News, it is there right now. Go check out your Coach Online office. You'll see the price breakdowns. You'll see like all the big details.
My comments are like that as leaders, you're a leader if you're on this call, if you cared enough to take the time on a Wednesday night to be here on this call. Don't rely on your upline to do the investigative work. Like get into your breaking news, get into your Coach Online office, read the product toolkits, like do all the research and so that you could teach it to someone else.
Yeah, the product toolkit is definitely back there with some infomercial type material, some very marketing-ish material.
Because I think it's really easy to default into I'll kind of catch the information as it comes. I'll see this sizzle video when I'm scrolling Facebook, or I'll see this on Team Beachbody, or I'll hear this little snippet on the team call or the national wake up call. But it's really important that you feel as a business owner, which you are, that you're doing the research yourself first.
Yeah, thank you. And my main objective tonight was for you guys to get to know Roland as part of the cast, I didn't even introduce him. He's actually a professional. Like he doesn't do personal training. He doesn't work out for a living. This man is like in education. He has like a full-time day job. Like he's working with our youth of America every day.
I don't sleep, basically.
No, none of them black men can't know how to sleep. It's just
two of us don't. Just two of us.
And I also so not only did I want you to know who Roland was, but I want you to know that next week is real. Next week, October 1st is Monday. It's happening. The fifth commercial drops. It's the free one. You guys need to do it. You need to share it and get as many people to do the free workout as possible. And then the quick shift speed will be back there, and so will quick shift strength. And I need that to happen on Tuesday. If it doesn't both happen on Tuesday, then one happens on Tuesday and one happens on Wednesday. Because the more that we get the feel of it, the more that we start pumping this up, that's kind of like the curiosity marketing that we talk all the time about. Those are your little jabs. Like that's what we need to do to get people ready for day one on October 22nd. And just the little marketing material through Beachbody. If you sell a challenge pack, then you are put into Chris's group, and you know he's going to be active every day. The man makes a video every morning for all of his challenge groups. It's always like 5 a.m. right outside his gym. So you want to be a part of his group as well to feel his motivation. And that starts October 22nd. So that's the timeline. Thank you.
Sure.
Cool. Yeah. Hey, Roland, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you guys. I appreciate you guys. Have a good night. Okay.
All right. Peace out. Peace out.
Thanks.
Real quick, let's talk about the Flash Bash, and then I'm going to go. So listen, last week on the team call, I used like one of my bosses, like Ellen, I even said we're going to run with scissors. I said it. I used a barbism. I said, and we did. Becky Lumsden, who is not on video right now, she recreated the Google document from Brooke Leipoff's National Wake Up Call and the flash sale. And we called it a flash bash because we were like, well, we're going to use our challenge group guides and recreate that. We started on Tuesday night. And it is still going, and it ends on Friday. And Becky put up every freaking post. There was 16 like flash sale items all in a row, and it was really remarkable. She put a whole lot of time into it. And let's just see real quick if I can get myself, check it out. So here's our Flash Bash page. If you're in it, we ended up getting 259 members into our flash sale. It looks a little bit something like this. She gave all the options. How's it a flash sale? So just look at the pretty picture, but then she wrote it out and broke it all down. But the pretty picture tells the story. Annual BOD and Shakeology. It's regularly $275 because that's what BOD is plus Shakeology if you don't bundle them together. She says our price is $160. Who wants it? People get excited. But we did this for 16 different things. To Be Mindset, Shakeology Challenge Pack, regular price $300, our price $180. Who wants it? This was not our idea. So we took an idea from a national wake-up call. I'm just so proud of Becky for having the guts to just freaking do it. She took the Google document. She had a post that said this: if you sign up as a coach, you have an extra chance to win the Amazon gift card. Our Amazon pot was up to, I think, like $300. So we broke it down. We broke down the Amazon pot and are giving away like 3 different gift cards because you did a $10 buy-in as a coach to be in this group. She even did this post, was really great. It had some traction on it, like, so your customers knew if they already had BOD when BOD expires. So it was a pretty much educational thing. Really, it was helping coaches kind of like not have to like diarrhea of their mouth. So like everything was taken care of. And I'm trying to find the post that says, I got my. Once you place your order, comment here and tag your coach. And right now, like, I just want you guys to see, if you can, that post is like blowing up. And I have to highlight one of my coaches. Well, she's not mine personally, but she's my grandbaby coach. Tiffany, unmute yourself. Tiffany had 3 challenge pack sales all last night within like 45 minutes. I was like, you freaking go, girl. What happened?
I don't even know. I can't believe it. Honestly, and like this is complete honesty, when you guys first like mentioned flash sale, my first thought was, ew, no, I'm not going to do that because I'm always like so timid to say sale.
I love that you said ew, because I thought the same thing when all the other top coaches were doing it and we didn't do it right away.
And then I thought, you know what? I'm in a slump. July was great for me, but then my grandmother got sick and I stepped away from the business. I lost my momentum and I was like, maybe this is it. Maybe this will just help me get some momentum back. And holy crap, it did. Like, I still can't believe it. Like, these were people that I've been talking to for 2 years and I've told them all the information, but they just never took that step to order a challenge pack. And then we do this magical wizardry. I don't even know what I'm trying to say, but we do this flash sale and they bought it. They ordered. And I was like, oh my gosh, like seriously, both of these girls I've been talking to for 2 years and yeah. I still can't believe it.
And it was like wizardry because guess what, Tiffany? I didn't do anything and you didn't do anything. Becky had all the documents. She used a Google document and she cut and pasted and threw the pictures up. So here's what can happen. If you weren't part of the one that happened now It's something that can be easily duplicated again if we want to rerun it down the road. It's not something we can do every month because people are going to be like, that freaking flash sale, you just did that. Like, it's like the challenge pack is like the same price. So we got to get like new people to buy into it, but like maybe a quarterly type thing.
Yeah, I love it. And I didn't think that I would. So thank you so much to Becky and to you, Cam, for doing it and for inviting me. It's amazing. Great idea. Yeah. And I don't know if you guys listened to the call on Monday, but she talked about how you need to kind of like step outside your comfort zone. Like if you keep doing the things that you've always done, you'll get what you always, you get what you always got. So it kind of made me think that mentality, because I was kind of getting comfortable. I was doing the same things. I was doing my power hours, but you kind of have to go with, you have to go with the flow of like what is trending. And apparently flash sales are it right now. So, so do one.
Yeah, you guys can absolutely join. Michelle, I'll put you and Ellen in just so you can kind of scroll the page, check it out. So like we can just see if we want to recreate it, how we want to recreate it. Becky, will you unmute yourself real quick? I know personally, so I personally didn't get a sale or didn't get any points. And I know when I talked to Becky today, she was like, kind of like, she does all this work. And meanwhile, she's like, I didn't freaking get anything. And I'm like, but you did. Like, your leadership skills just shined. Like, what's your thoughts on the effort that you had to put in? And do you think it okay, was it worth it for Success Club? I don't know. But what are you thinking right now?
So I think it just kind of it definitely, I'm not gonna lie, showed me I bow down to you, Cam, because I don't know how you do it as a leader, because I actually took off work yesterday, and thank God I did, because people were paying me last minute. I'm throwing people in the group, and when I'm at work, I don't have service to get on Facebook. So I helped so many people actually be able to be in there ahead of time. And I was trying to take a mental day because I just have so much going on in my life. And my friend was like, put your phone down. We're supposed to be getting massages. And I'm like, I can't, the flash sale. So it definitely showed me a different leadership mentality.
I'm so proud of your leadership though. You totally took it.
Yeah, I'm texting Cam, who the F is Studio 365? I'm sorry, I forget who that even. I think it was Dawn. I don't think she's on here. But people were Venmoing or PayPaling me from random names, and I'm I don't even know who this human is, and she didn't know who they were, and they weren't telling me who they were. So I was I literally felt where's Waldo? And scavenger hunting, but it just kind of put me in a different mindset. There's coaches out there that work this business 9 to 5. They work it like a real job. And I'm over here, not only am I moving in 2 days, hence why there's a mess behind me, but I work full time as a teacher. So I was doing this on my prep and while the kids were watching a movie or working on an assignment. And I was oh my God, how do they do it? So it actually showed me a lot of the ways you have to put forth the time for your business to make it play out. And while I'm secretly behind the scenes talking to people, and my people weren't the ones jumping on buying last night, which honestly it was middle of the flash sale, and I'm posting and I'm Cam, we've got some extra money. Do we just make it that if someone orders tonight, they get another gift card? She didn't answer me. I was screw it. I just made a rash decision on my own. I'm doing it. So the plot.
I was reading a call.
I know. I'm sorry. I didn't know. But the plot was for signing up to be a coach was up to almost 100 in itself. So I wanted to give people an incentive to sign up as a coach. But then I was well, how do we get people? Because we've already told them that they have till Friday. So they're going to drag their feet. But other coaches had made it this is a one night only sale where we were being nice and said Friday.
We did a 3-day sale, but some of the other top coaches only did a 24-hour sale and then they took it down. Yeah. So that's kind of.
So I think the thought process, the strategizing, kind of thinking it all out. I know I'm very sorry. I know people wanted other things added, but like I couldn't put 100 things on that wall. So I went with like the most important. People are like, hey, are you adding this? Are you going to eventually go and add this? And I'm like, just talk to your people. But it just, it definitely gave like a different mindset to things, but also I think it taught me ways to kind of break it down better for my customers in the future too. Like working on it and strategizing it out, I was like, okay, I know how I can take it, kind of break it down better, if that makes sense.
Absolutely. And all in all, I think it was a win. I think it showed that we can come together as a team. I had people from Holly's team join. People, Ellen, some of your people were in our group, and a lot of the power crew really joined forces. So that was like my big win, is that we did something in like 2 days and we grew a pot to over $300 in not a lot of time. And it just like really made me proud that the team came together. They didn't understand it. Nobody understood it. I don't even know if I understand it now, but it happened. And you know, it's something that I'm proud that we did it. Comparison game in this coaching business is real, and I don't like it. But just know that like we're just as good as any other team, and I think that that's what that proved to me. I'm like, if a team can do this, you know, we can do it too. So don't try to compare yourselves in your coaching business. Stay in your own lane. That's kind of something I always say, and I'm proud of you guys that, you know, just trusted in us, went with it. And if you guys want to do this again, I'm not doing it. Becky's not doing it. We got the Google document. We'll share it.
Yeah, if anybody wants it, honestly, just message me your email and I'll pop that.
And I do think that is good. And Becky, if you don't mind, I will share your Google document with Michelle and Ellen, because she does have it all laid out. And we kind of just used Brooke's original document, tweaked it, made it our own. And I think we can keep tweaking as we go. This half-hour team call is now an hour long, but I hope it was valuable. Thank you for your time. It is one of those few more days until the end of the month, so you all know what that means. Don't quit. Don't stop. Finish strong. Michelle, do you want to say anything to your new squad? Not to call you out, but like, we're just happy you're here.
I'm happy I'm here too. I took a lot of notes. I don't know. I told your leaders that I would kind of sit back and I would fill out the vibe and see what you guys needed specifically from me. So I'm hoping to lead a team call in a couple weeks, but if you guys have suggestions or you know what you want to hear from me specifically, make sure you tell your leaders and I will be on it. And I don't know, do you drink wine on these calls?
We should. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I just didn't want to, okay. Jacqueline, Jacqueline, Jacqueline and I are gonna be drinking wine on next week's call, but I'm just curious. I didn't know. I didn't know. Oh, just because I wish. I didn't know. Maybe,
wait, she's pregnant. She's pregnant. That's
why. Oh, got it. Maybe I just didn't. Maybe it wasn't a thing that you do. I don't know. But I'm just excited to be here, and it'll take me just a couple weeks to kind of get in the grooves to figure out how I can best serve you guys. That's important to me. So thank you very much for allowing me to be here.
Who's our Pio lovers? Who are our Pio people?
Everybody raise your hand.
You know what, Michelle? It is they're not even. They are. They are.
I know. They don't even know they are, but they are.
No, but they are. There's a lot of Pio going on in these parts. Ellen, what you got to say about our 60-minute team call?
Nothing. We just need to go because it's been so long, but thank you. That was great. And thank you guys for being here. And I was going to talk to you about Super Saturday, but there's not time. So we will just talk to you later. We're going to leadership. Cam, Holly, Michelle, and I. We will each come back probably with our own exciting topic or our biggest takeaways. And
good idea.
Yeah, we're just excited. All right.
Okay.
Bye,
Thank you guys for being here.
Bye. Thank you.
Good night.